They're religious people too, very much into this now because they want the churches open and everything. And I understand that, and that's fine. But I can't get an answer to my question.
No.
I can't. A legal answer.
And that's because there's no legal question.
Well, no, the question is how much, does the governor have the right to A, do it, and what's the process to undo it?
But do you know the unknown out there? And now what it's doing? That's all they're basing this off of.
Right.
It's what they're now seeing in the health industry.
Right.
This is something invisible.
Right.
That's showing up in the health clinics that are now new and different and are killing.
Right.
So technically, in all fairness to both sides, because you know me, I'm equal ground.
Yeah.
Stay at home.
Exactly.
Do the right thing. Protect each other.
Right. So
you know, that's the bottom line.
So to get back to where we were.
And wait, if you have a problem and you're going stir crazy, that's the time to look inward. And if you don't have God on your side, if you don't have a Bible to read, at least look inside of you and figure out who you truly are. You know, coloring, reading a book, all these people say this. Go out and do gardening. If you don't have a yard, you're in an apartment. Get outside.
Yeah.
Feel the sun on your skin.
Right.
And know today you're alive, because tomorrow you may not be.
Exactly.
And appreciate the little moments.
Right.
And let those little moments get you through to the next day.
Right.
Because getting sunshine on your skin really makes you feel happier.
Exactly.
It lifts you up.
Exactly.
Regardless of what they're screaming around you.
All right, where are we now? I got lost.
I think we've on number 3.
Number 3 of 24?
Yes.
By wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. Well, I think we've done that.
Yes.
By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Okay? A wise man is full of strength, and a man of knowledge enhances his might. For by the wise guidance you can wage your war, and in abundance of counsel there is victory. Wisdom is too high for a fool, and the gate he does not open his mouth. In the gate he does not open his mouth. Whoever plans to do evil will be called a schemer, and devising a folly is sin. And the scoffer is an abomination to mankind. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Nice music. Because those who are being taken away to death hold back those who are stumbling to the slaughter. If you say, behold, we did not know this, does not he who weighs the heart perceive it? Does not he who keeps watch over your soul know it? And will he not repay man according to his work? My son, eat honey, for it is good, and the drippings of the honeycomb are sweet to your taste. Know that wisdom is such to the soul. If you find it, there will be a future, and your hope will not be cut off. Lie not in wait as a wicked man against the dwellings of the righteous. Do not violence to his house, his home. For the righteous fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity. What's so funny?
And it's not funny, it's just so true. That a man of faith is going to get through any tough time you throw at them, regardless of what it is. They will make it through because they have their faith. They know who they are. The wicked, the mischiever, the one who wants to hurt you, the one stabbing you in the back, they don't know what to do. They're falling apart. And you can clearly see that in the world right now. Who has the wisdom to move forward, and who has the stillness in them to understand and let it be, versus the wacky ones who are wicked and evil and backstabbing, because they have nowhere to go. They have no outlet. They're spinning tops, and they have no control over anything anymore. So that's the two we're living in right now. The extreme people who want to hurt you versus the ones who are calm and who are getting through this peacefully, happily.
That is very true.
And collectively.
That is true.
Not, you know.
Right.
So that's, I think this is, again, giving us the time to figure out who we are. And if we don't like what we're seeing in the mirror, guess what? You need to change it.
And I would say this.
And some are too blind to change.
Right, right.
Because of their hate.
And I would say this. I wish I had said this in the beginning, because it's absolutely, totally foundational to my way of understanding Scripture. If you want to know what my base is, it's very simple. Your relationship with God is based on a lot of things, but at its core, it's a marriage.
Yes.
At its core. And what you have in relation in that marriage will sustain you.
Yes.
If it's merely intellectual, it's merely wisdom, it's merely whatever, I don't care how deep it is, it's just something there and it will pass away, or you'll forget, whatever.
Yes.
It's like we were talking about with the kids dying. There are some things that you wear because it's just part of you. And you're not going to leave come hell or high water. That's your real relation. That's why the idea of marriage, when is talked about by Jesus, that it really is a marriage.
Yes.
It really is.
It is.
And then, as I said, the word, like to give the example of I'm a jealous God, turns around from being the husband who will slap you because you're mine, to basically, I'm looking out for her.
Yes.
I'm looking out for her. It changes everything.
Yes.
So, while I admire people who have great knowledge, great wisdom, remember Solomon had it and somehow it didn't work out so good. Because many wives, many this, many other gods.
And because he spoke it, he didn't live it.
You got to wear it. I go
Wear
far.
it.
No, I would go far.
Yeah, no, I get
it's
it.
part of you.
It's
It's
who
not,
you are
it's
at the
not,
core.
It's not, oh, I'm going to do it now.
Exactly.
It's like every day a little, whatever. It's integrated.
Yeah.
It's integrated.
Yeah.
Then, when things get tough, it's what you cling to.
Exactly.
I call it, if I was going to write this all in a book when we're done, I'd call it lifeboat theology. What do you take in that lifeboat? You know?
Yeah.
What do you take? There was a Twilight Zone I saw that just expressed it so well. Maybe I said this before, but it's worth repeating in this context so much. So please, everyone listen. This is not me, this is Rod Sterling. A man dies, and his dog dies with him. He doesn't realize he's dead. He thinks he's just splashing around in the water. He starts to walk home. Sees this nice house, blah, blah, blah. And the owner says, come on in, friend. Oh, okay. Oh, no, you can't bring the dog. Oh, you can't? That's okay. So he did a few more, and whatever. Gets to the last house. It's heaven. And St. Peter says, come on in. can I take my dog? Oh, sure, bring it in. And the guy says to St. Peter, he says, oh, St. Peter says to him, how'd you know that guy down there was the devil? He says, well, I wouldn't go anywhere without my dog.
Exactly.
And that, I was a little kid, and I said, wow.
And that's how a marriage should be.
Right, exactly.
Is I wouldn't go anywhere without her. Or I
Right.
wouldn't go anywhere without him. Regardless of where it
Right.
was.
Not because of the law.
No.
Not because of hell.
No.
Not because of fear.
Correct.
Because I love him.
Exactly. Because I love him and he's been by my side and he's never left me. Regardless of how down I was, he brought me up.
Right.
When he fell down, I brought him up. That's how a marriage works. That's how a relationship works.
That's it.
So simple
It is so
that we can't
simple.
wrap our minds
No,
around it.
we look for something, a diversion to get us entertained.
Exactly.
And it's, I love reading Proverbs, but I can see the fluff too.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
all right.
A lot of fluff.
And we're glad you're listening, and let's get back to the fluff.
And that's why we unfluff the fluff.
Right. I'm serious and she's fluff. Okay.
Thank you. I love being fluff.
All right. Where are we now?
We are.
I'll just start at 16.
Okay.
For the
sounds good.
the righteous fall 7 times and rise again, but the wicked stumble in times of calamity. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls.